and welcome to episode 8 of The Way Home. This is Pat, coming to you live from somewhere on planet Earth. In today's episode, it is about manifestation and how to do it correctly. Twin Flamies, somewhere along your spiritual awakening, spiritual growth, healing journey, because all of those are intertwined, you will or may already have come across the term manifestation through social media, through YouTube, through all these different outlets that you have access to now. You may have heard of it. Now, here's the thing, is that it's a technique, it's an art, the art of manifestation. I heard about it a long time ago, years ago, when the documentary came out of the book by the same name, The Secret. At the time I watched that, I knew in the moment that that was possible and that there was something to that. However, that documentary left out a vital aspect of it. Okay. The three main parts to the art of manifestation is, one, what do you want to manifest? Because the universe likes specificity, and you, like I've mentioned in other podcasts or other episodes, you have the ability to create the dream life, the life that you want. Now, at the same time, because you are what you are, a twin flame designed by Source to be able to have a mission here on Earth. At some point in your journey, you will see that God has given you, or will give you, a life to manifest, or things in life specific to what your job is here in this lifetime. Those things, whatever they are, whether it's some kind of job, some kind of task, whatever. Here's the thing, is that you are the one that is going to be the one manifesting. God will give you the go-ahead and the ideas, the end goal, or and you will see that whatever that promise is, whatever the goals are, whatever the ideas, the feelings that He implanted in your heart are, you have to be the one to go do it. So, those things will probably not be in your life in the moment, or when you receive those downloads and ideas and seeds. The key is to manifest it, because you are a creator. You are actually a divine creator. Okay, so if Now, I know that I'm speaking to different people, but at the same time, we are all in a collective together of twin flames. But now each one of you will be on your own unique, specific journey and situations in life. So, some of you may already know about what I'm talking about, and some of you may have never really looked into it. I highly suggest everyone, if they have never seen it, to go to YouTube whenever you have about 2 hours free and go look up the video, this documentary, called What the Bleep Do We Know? I'll repeat that. What the bleep do we know? That documentary came out a while back, and it is a documentary that gives the viewer a fundamental concept, an easy to understand as well, concept of the reality around you and what's actually going on and how you have the ability to influence it. It does not give you everything about manifestation, but that is a really good way to start if, one, you've never seen it, and two, it's going to really help you out. It's going to really allow you to start seeing, because the information in that documentary is not taught in public school. It is not taught, well, hell, it's probably not even taught at private colleges. If it is, it's something like the Skull and Bone Society, but they use it probably for different motives than what you're going to use it for. You have the ability to manifest whatever God wants you to do. So, when you figure out, and you start to figure out what those seeds are, because it's a trail, it won't, you'll see. And, okay, once you have a baseline of some of it, or a piece of it, it is your job to figure out how to align with it. Now, manifestation, what that actually is you bringing it into reality. Yes, there are attracting it into your reality. There are actions that you will have to take in order to reach that end goal or reach the results. But what you're also doing at the same time is going for it. You're also attracting it. Now, let's say, okay, a really good, easy, hypothetical example is this. Let's say you are supposed to go and manifest being an entrepreneur and starting your own business in whatever the field is. But you don't know how to be one. You know what's really interesting is that you already are one. And what I mean by that is that if you don't know how to be an entrepreneur, as an example, study it. But not just study the materials. Action. Already act like one. Now, no, that does not mean drain. That probably doesn't mean to go drain your savings account and then just put it into something that is not properly, thought about and planned. But hey, if God tells you to do it. But it is not. It means that whatever that the end goal is. Let's say the end goal is you starting your own spa, okay, and a wellness, a wellness center. Okay, so that reality for you already exists. Is it in your present reality in this moment around you? No. But if you can think it, you can manifest it. You can do it. Now, it takes a lot of self-reflection, as much as you can, to be able to understand yourself, because not just for personal and spiritual growth for you as an individual, but it's also so you can understand your past traumas, your blockages, because whatever you believe, whether it's negative or positive, will show up in your reality. That is part of that. In further detail, that can be explained in the documentary I mentioned a minute ago, What the Belief Do We Know? Because you're a conscious observer. But you're a conscious creator. And if you want to hypothetically open up a spa, think to yourself, what would that person be doing? How would that person be acting and portraying themselves out in the world and out in reality day to day? Right now. Because that's the key that a lot that is not talked about as much as thinking about it, wishing it, and writing down your affirmations or manifestation journals, which all that is a part of it, yes, and that is obviously it works, but the real component is you acting like it now in as many ways as you possibly can every day. So, if I am a spa owner and I own a spa that has, let's say, 10 employees and generates $5 million in revenue, gross revenue, a year. Okay? Well, how, right now, no matter what you're doing in your life, no matter if you just started to awake to be in a twin flame and to what's really going on and how spiritual everything is, or you've been on it for a little while, it doesn't matter what's going on in your outside reality. When God wakes you up and you have that, when you're given the seed or the idea, you can actually, you are the one doing it. God is not doing it for you. God has plans for you. The universe has the ability to bring in what you want, but you, is so cool, are the one that has to understand yourself enough to be able to dig out all of the junk or the blockages and re-implement and retrain your entire being to be able to align with it so it can be drawn to you. Yes, in this hypothetical situation, if I'm going to go open up a spa, that is going to take time and effort and planning. And it's so cool because the universe works this way. If you start acting like that person, the future you, the you that owns their own spa and that lives out in the middle of the woods, on 200 acres of land with your own dogs, and picture it however you want, whatever the dream is. How would you be acting right now? What would you be doing? What would you be doing different than what you're doing right now, every day in your life, to be able to match up with that reality? Because that is half the battle. And what you're going to notice is that in order to do that, because it's going to be doing it, you yourself doing it. And it's so cool because over time, you'll start to really understand yourself on such a deep and intimate connection, because in order to reach that goal, to the purpose of multiple purposes, whatever, you have to first heal yourself. And now the healing never ends, they say, but there will be some of you, if not all of you, that have been through some sort of traumas subjectively, whatever they are to you and whatever you've experienced. Those traumas, though, will be blockages to get to things you have to face and release and process and move on from emotionally. Because remember, emotions are energy. Well, the universe is energy. Everything's energy fundamentally. So, if the goal is, I'm trying to open up the smile. And you think it's already, you want to make this much revenue a year and, have all this equipment in it and just all the little details of it, you're going to have to face yourself. Because being an entrepreneur, as an example, means that you, the individual, are the creator of the business. So it is actually your own creation. It comes from you. So that is why the fundamentals of this movement that I started will teach you also the very basics of creating a healthy creator, creating a healthy you, a loving you, the real you. So you will not be able to go out and start a spa and have it generate $5 million in gross revenue a year without first dealing with the stuff inside and the personal growth. And because, the personal growth is one label, but I also look at it as spiritual growth. Because spiritual and personal coincide, because I personally live in a spiritual world. It's so weird. And there's the other parts are your mind. And one of the best ways to receive whatever you're trying to manifest is gratitude, is daily gratitude for the very small things. Oh, yeah. Right, okay. So while I'm thinking about it, another really good way to help you cultivate a sense of balance and a sense of rhythm and a sense of, a behavior, a pattern of you wanting to manifest things is actually doing it by the lunar cycles, by the moon cycle. The moon cycle around the Earth is approximately 29 and a half days. And there's 8 different phases. Because part of an 8 is actually the number for abundance. And I'll talk more about numerology in later episodes. But, because the universe also is, it's energy, and it's also very mathematics, or a universal language. And no matter what planet you're from or not. And the 8 phases of the moon in the cycle of 29 and a half days. So a month. is an incredible way to start manifesting whatever God wants you to do in whatever life, because whatever makes your heart sing and really just want to live and to be joyful, that is what God wants you to do. And you feel like that for a reason, because it's what you're supposed to do as part of your purpose. And so, going to Google, or going to a bookstore, or going to Amazon, and anywhere you can find books and information, I highly recommend going and getting a Lunar Abundance Journal. Now, I would imagine there are different ones that exist, are written by different people to take you through the 8 phases, because the 8 phases of the moon cycle, from a very fundamental energetic level, is a doing and being phase. So, for it's around approximately 3.5 days. Approximately every 3.5 days, the moon cycle changes. Okay. Well, the new moon is the start of the cycle, and the whatever the last one's called, when it goes dark again, it's going dark. Okay, it's doing and being. Doing is action. Doing is the masculine, and receiving is the feminine. So being is the feminine. Being is in human receptive mode of your intention, of your goal, of your manifestation. And following the guide of the moon cycles is a tremendous way to cultivate balance, because abundance has nothing, that word, because I'll be honest, oh my God, I thought abundance for most of my life, meant the external. Well, I was wrong. It's the internal. Abundance has nothing to do with external anything. It has everything to do with your internal state of being. Cultivating gratitude on a daily basis with morning journaling of gratitude, doing it at night, saying it throughout the day. Well, I mean, it has multiple benefits. For one, it will bring in closer it'll bring you closer to your manifestation, to your dreams, to your goals. Okay, also, it will take you out of the scarcity mindset, because that has been one very prevalent, very widespread mentality that humans, as an overgeneralization, have succumbed to for a long time, way before any of our lives currently started. And that is one of your broad goals, is to break that scarcity mentality and to cultivate abundance. So abundance is just an internal state of being anyway. It's being grateful and joyful and happy and appreciative of the little things around you, like the leaves on the trees, the wind hitting your face, the ability to have a privacy, the ability to use running water and electricity in your house or apartment. And it's not just thanking it, it's feeling it. It will come from your heart the more you cultivate it. And it's okay if you just start in your mind. That's how I started, was mainly just thinking it. And then over time I realized that what I was doing is I was connecting my mind and my heart together. And now it comes, for me, it now comes from the heart. I don't have to, I can think it, but like I know that my heart is the one that produces those thoughts now, not the other way around. Because at first, what you'll have to go through is to retrain yourself into everything that I'm talking about. in order to, and that's just part of your life's mission, is to do that, is to heal different aspects of you, or things that you inherited from your ancestors, or things you picked up along the way that you didn't want to deal with. It's like, oh wait, now I'm doing it. Yeah, and the personal spiritual growth process within itself, besides all the cool twin flamey stuff, is something that is I've been doing it for a while, and the results are indescribable. What I have learned, because it's cool, because it's twofold. You're manifesting something outward, but really, you're also at the same time manifesting and learning about yourself and growing within yourself and your connection to yourself. Because you don't have to rely. You don't have to rely on a corporation in order to make a living. I'll go into detail if you want to. Oh yeah, I forgot this. So anybody listening, I invite you to drop a comment down below and to ask questions and to be interactive with it and to just be inquisitive and share your thoughts and concerns and praises, and thank you. So, to really help you get realigned with all of this, because what being a twin flame is as well, because it's so complex. That this is not for the average person, but it's not surface level. Nothing about you, nothing about being a twin flame is surface level at all. It's quite the opposite. You are so in depth. You know what's happening. Because what we're also doing as a whole, as an individual and as a whole, is to really cultivate and to realign this planet with how things used to be. That is why in one of my previous episodes talked about not watching television, not really, it's doing life the way that it used to be before it got all weird on this planet. I mean, I really think it's weird for a while, but it's really out of balance now. And that's part of your job. Part of your job, in a broad sense, is to recultivate this earth back to the way things are supposed to be. And part of that is celebrating and living through the moon cycles. You'll see as you start doing it that just how cool it is to have the momentum of it, because it's up and down rhythm. It's masculine and feminine alternating every 3.5 days or so, and then at the end of the month you start over. You can actually, if your manifestation didn't come in, whatever it is, within those 29.5 days, okay, we can do it again. And what that does is that will teach you to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper within yourself, and to learn about you, and to learn what may be blocking you from receiving whatever the manifestation or the intention is. And it's fun. It's so interesting how that is not taught, and I know why it's not taught now. It's because there are humans on this planet that really just don't want people to know how much power they have and what they can actually do. That's why the enemy, the negative force, is up to so many tricks, especially now with so much technology that exists on this planet, like the cell phones, so. Well, I mean, manifestation is more than 3 parts. There's 3 main parts, which are already acting like the manifestation or that person that has the manifestation or that life that you want to live. 2 is the affirmations, which is retraining your subconscious mind to be able to believe that the manifestation can happen, because you can have the idea and then start acting like that person, but if your belief systems in your mind aren't matching up and are not aligning and are not in tune with whatever the goal is, the manifestation or the intention is, you can try all you want, but you won't actually receive it, because those belief systems have to be in sync with the outcome. So, like the spa example, like, I am an entrepreneur. Okay, these are what the belief systems you would hypothetically put into yourself to believe. I am an entrepreneur. I can make money on my own. I can own my own business. I do own my own business. I am a business owner. Okay, because here is a secret that I'm going to let you in on. The words I am, whatever your mind has after I am, it will believe it and freaking generate it. So, here's a personal example. I, for almost all of my life so far, believed that I am my feelings. I am not my feelings. You are not your feelings. What I did wrong was I actually misidentified my own feelings. So, like, as an example, I am scared. I am frightened. No, I'm not any of those. I am a divine being having a human experience. I am a twin flame. I am a business owner. I am divine. That's what I am. And that's what you are too. But in my personal journey, because just back somewhere in the past, starting as a child onward, I misidentified my own feelings. So I made myself believe that, or I am scared, I am frightened, as examples. Well, if I believe that I am scared, I'm scared. Okay? And because your belief systems, which is your subconscious mind, it's basically like a little child from what research has shown, and it is, the simpler the better. It can do complicated ones, I guess, but they're not as efficient. So, like, very specific short ones, like I am divine, or I am love, or I am beautiful. Those are very simple, but yet 100% very powerful new belief systems that you can make into yourself. The great I am. Is it for any biblical scholars out there? That is in the Bible a lot. And it's in the Bible for a reason, because that is what well, I'll let you figure it out. Okay, so in order for you to get the manifestation, the goal in your life, you have to believe it, and you have what you have to do at the same time is you have to figure out what your belief systems are now. What are they right now? Now that will take time. It takes growth. It takes practice and a lot of self-reflection, which does not happen overnight. That will take time and effort and energy. And what you'll have to do is you have to figure out what are the good belief systems that I can put in that will help me specifically manifest this goal. Okay, I want to be a spa, or God put in my heart that I want to be a spa owner. Okay, well, I have to figure out, it's twofold. I have to figure out what's in me right now. What are the bad belief systems that are blocking that life, that reality, that goal from me right now? And also, what are the new ones that I need to put in to make myself into that person? And that takes time. That takes work. And all when it's so, you can do it, it's easy, but I was very impatient with it. And I realize now that it just takes as long as it takes. And what you'll figure out doing the, following the lunar cycles, is that it's an up and down thing. It's just a doing and receiving, doing, receiving, action, receive, or male, female is at the very fundamental of it. God, and it feels so good to be doing that. You do not have to rely on whatever your preconceived notions are about how you make money, about how you live your life. That's the whole point of being a conscious creator, of being a manifester that you are, is to understand yourself and understand what you can do out into the world, what good you can put out, what you can become. And it has nothing to do with self-gratification or ego, because ego, here's another hint into spiritual and occult knowledge, is the ego is not real. You are not your ego. The ego is like the disease on the planet. The ego is false. It's an illusion. But that false ego sense of illusion, before it becomes eliminated and before it understands that it's not an ego, before it goes away. Actually, before it understands it was never an ego to begin with. Okay. It actually will probably think that, oh my gosh, I have to go to college, I have to go get a 4-year degree, or I have to go get a PhD, or I have to acquire all these things in order to receive certain amounts of money or the lifestyle that I want. Well, that is inaccurate. Yes, right now in this moment, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at in life, you may still have to initially depend on some sort of corporation or job or career field that is not your purpose and is not your calling, so you can have a house to live in and to eat and stuff, and to survive as a human. But what you can do, and what you will do, is you will start to deviate from that. As you continue in whatever your job is now, whatever you're doing, you're going to realize as you start to spiritually wake up on your twin-flame journey that this is not who you really are, and this is not what you want to be doing, and this is just some kind of false construct or false illusion of who you thought you wanted to be anyway. You thought this is what I'm going to do the rest of my life. Turns out it's false, because it's not what God wanted you to do. But now what is cool is that you can take all of the information and skills and knowledge from whatever you've been doing for the past however long and re-implement that into positive traits for your purpose. It will take time. It will take reinventing yourself from wherever you are right now. And wherever you are is perfectly fine, because that is where you're supposed to be. And doing this is actually the way that you were created to live. You were created to live with the natural rhythms and the natural cycles of the earth and of the celestial, of the universe. And you're going to love it. It may be difficult at first, and to realign, to completely change all your behaviors, and that's fine. It's not supposed to be easy all the time. I think it's fun. Have I had struggles with it? Oh my goodness gracious, yes. But I've stuck through it, and I kept doing it, and will continue to do it for the rest of my life. Because it's so amazing once it becomes subconscious to be able to learn how to manifest and to live through the life cycle, live through the moon cycles, and eat as healthy as you can, and exercise, and positive affirmations, and gratitude, and just love, man, because that's what this is about, dude. This is about love. And loving yourself is the key. Maybe it's loving yourself for the first time. And it's loving you for you. Love is not an external thing. Love is internal. Love is God. Love is source. You were born with that source already within you. And now it's time for you to relearn it. Or to recultivate it and express it. Well, thank you for listening. That kind of went on a tangent, but that is a part of doing this, quote, off the cuff, which is how I enjoy doing it, because it's from the heart, not the mind. And I really appreciate you listening. I hope that you got something out of this that was useful. Please look up that documentary called What the Bleep Do We Know? It will help you along your journey, and it will give you the fundamentals of how powerful you and your mind really are. Before I go, this movement that I started is called The Way Home. I also have social media accounts by the title of the same name, The Way Home. I have Limit 8, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. All The Way Home. It has different posts about new episodes of this podcast. There is also information that I have uploaded just to help you, and the things that have helped me to help you on your spiritual journey, and to bring awareness into your mind and heart and soul. And I also have a website. It is www.thewayhome7, so The Way Home and then the number 7.wordpress.com. And that website has a bunch of free courses that I designed that go more in depth on the topics that I cover on this podcast and that my movement consists of. They're free courses, free online courses that I designed. All you gotta do is click on the link, open it up, and it takes you through it and just gives you more information on the specifics that I may not cover within these episodes. Also on there, it has ways you can donate to the movement, and way you can email me for volunteering. If you want to volunteer and help this movement grow, please email me. All of that information will be in the description of this podcast episode and will be on my website. Thank you so much, Twin Flamies, for listening. Stay beautiful. Goodbye.